bless you. My name is Reverend Hector Ramos, and I'm going to talk about hot fitness, J-A-F-I-T. Okay, it's fitness supplied, mastered by you. You like mastered by you? Man, youth master things. Okay, you mastered by you guys. My first slides I have questions. The first question I'm going to present to you is this. This is the first question. Why are you here? When we talk about fitness, most people think about being muscular or this other kind of stuff. But this kind of fitness is talking about just natural health, not so much as a fitness or bodybuilding or things of that nature. But you should ask yourself one question: why am I doing this? Why am I considering it? Some people may have a reason why they want to do this. A certain disease, a certain illness, a certain impediment. And when people are diagnosed with a disease, especially if it's a life-threatening disease, they'll do anything. Doctor, whatever you want me to do. You want me to cut it off, I'll cut it off. You want me to do it, I'll do it. I'll do it, whatever. Because there's a big push behind it. Okay? But the question is, why are you here? Why are you seeking this? It's maybe because you know somebody who's sick. I talked to a lot of people that had cancer, and you really don't have to die because of cancer. Cancer is not a killer. You can overcome cancer by faith and by certain natural remedies. But now, I've gone through the slides and certain things that the worst thing that can happen to a person is cancer. Cancer is killing a lot of people all over the United States and all over the world, and people don't know what to do with it. But it is curable, and God does cure cancer. Okay. The second question is, what moved you to attend? Promotion is one good thing. Okay, let's get together. We'll talk about fitness. And a lot of people are interested in fitness, but until you get into it, you really don't know what moved you to be attending at this type of meeting. Number 3, what do you plan to get out of this presentation? Because if you attend a presentation, you should get something out of it. It's worth it to you. Okay? And fourth one is, are you serious about this? On a scale of 1 to 10, you should be highest, should be number 10. Say, well, I'm not too serious, well, I'm serious enough. But the seriousness is very, very important. Okay? Now, I want to define fit. 1, adapted to an end or design, suitable by nature or by art. Are you fit? That's the question, because we're talking about fitness. It's important for us to understand what the definition is. Now, adapted to the environment so as to be capable of surviving. And a lot of people would associate a serious disease or an illness, and if you're fit, you can probably overcome it. If you're not fit, it will conquer you, it will destroy you. In Christ, and that's my main thing here, in Christ, we are not only to survive, but we are to thrive. And I hear a lot of young people saying, I'm tired all the time. I don't have as much energy as I used to. Now, a lot of that is by nature. As you get older, you will get tired. As you get older, you'll have less energy. As you get older, things will become like that. But if you're young, you should enjoy youth. You should enjoy the spunk of being alive. And just praise the name of the Lord there. Okay? Sound physically and mentally. And you say, are you healthy? Well, that's a real broad statement. Are you healthy? Healthy is really important. Sound physically and sound mentally. Now, we know, we testify, we hear the preachings of the Word of God, and we believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ, but there's a lot of people in the church that are really, really sick. Not so much mentally, but physically. And some don't even want to admit it. Others are very insecure and they don't want to talk about it. They let that go. You can't talk about the way they look, about the way they feel, and things of that nature. But our Lord is teaching us through the Word of God that we are to take care of our bodies as we are to take care of our soul. And both soul and body should go hand in hand. Okay? The next one. I have an action plan. At first, you got to make a plan. If you don't have a plan, you can forget about it. It won't happen. When you guys came here to this activity, you planned to be here. If not, it wouldn't materialize. Mm-hmm. And I, as a pastor, sometimes say to the church like that, look, if you don't make a plan, you'll fail. And that's the end of that. Okay, you must have a plan, but then after that, you have to do something else. The first in the plan is you have to put God first in prayer. God can heal. Bible Institute teaches that. The Word of God teaches that. There's a lot of preaching and healing ministries all over the United States and all over, even in our councils, people who are healed. They didn't have to go. They only went to the doctor to confirm what God has done. But God does heal. And it's very important. Now, based on that note, there is a man by the name of Mike Osich, if I pronounces his name right. His story was from 2002 to 2010. He was diagnosed with cancer. And it can be found at this website, www.awni.net. His story is there. And it's a very inspiring story. It started with an itch on his left breast right here. Just one itch about the size of a fingernail. Right here, it started. And it started to grow. So he went to the doctor, he can't get rid of that itch. He went to the doctor took a sample of it, and came back, he said, it's cancer. And he said, okay, what now? So we got to put you on the chemo, we got to cut it out, we have to give you surgery, we got to cut it out, we got to give you chemo. And he says, okay, Lord, let me talk to my wife about this. So as he was driving home to talk to his wife, he just, no, because he was a believer in the Word of God. He said, no, there's something wrong about that. So he called the doctor back and he said, no, doctor, I decided not to go to the way you want. I'm going to trust God about this healing. He said, but we can cut it out, and we have great successes. And he gave all kinds of things about things of that nature. And if you read his story, it's really revealing, really, really powerful, his story. And this happened back in 2000. The problem is today we want God to heal it instantly. You know, I come to the preacher and I want the preacher to pray for me. I want God to heal me, and it's over. But no, sometimes God will let things drag out for the purpose of having faith in Him. So he had this cancer, and I tell you, his story was really intriguing. I have a picture of him here where you can see it, what happened and how it grew. And then he started to grow, and he started to believe God. And like I was sharing with some others before on this issue, his own church was saying, "Did you sin? Are you sure you didn't sin?" And the thing just started to grow, started growing. Said, "You have to fast. You got to pray. You got to do this. You got to trust God. You got to let the doctor cut that out. You have to get, you got to get that taken care of. You're going to die. Cancer, people, this is a death sentence, but you really don't have." God took death and conquered it on the cross of Calvary, and we believe that. That's why he stood on the Word of God. So as he went through the study of the Word of God revealed to him that God can take care of this. So what he did was, he trusted God, and he kept on praying, From 2002 all the way down to 2006 or 2007, that itch just kept on growing and growing and growing. It grew so much that his wife had to make a special bra just to hold it in place. Oh, wow. It's that big. It was a big old lump, and just kept on getting uglier and dry. And they had to put gauze on it and take it also because it was rotted. A cancer is rot. It just meat, flesh rotting. So he just kept on believing God that God was going to do this. So what happened was, welcome, come on in. What happened was he was doing that. He was believing in God, and his wife noticed one thing. After all these years, she noticed one thing. She says, "I'm putting less gauze." She would cut the strips, and before they were so long, now they're getting a little shorter. She said, "I think it's shrinking." She said, "Well, bless the Lord, because I still got it." And they kept on shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking all the way to 2008 years. Today he has nothing. Wow. Nothing. And if I can end this and I can show you what his look like. I got a picture of him right here, so you can see. Picture. It's way to the right of the screen. I'm gonna have to go find this some other way, so you can see it. Praise the name of God. I thought I'd make it easier if we put it on the desktop so you can see a picture of what that guys look like. This is clear up. Okay. This is one. This is him. Open. There's a lot of people on this thing.
Still thinking.
He's still thinking. That's him around the shit. I did this earlier and it came out really good. Really quick. Stream is slow. If you go online on www.awni.net and you put that guy's name on there, his testimony, it has his full story and it has pictures from when it started, and done. You see that? And anybody will say, you're not in your right mind. The doctor said, you'll cut that out. And today, he has nothing. No surgery, no nothing, just by believing in the Word of God. So a lot of people, that will sound be crazy because doctors have control. And today, you really know, doctors, they don't know it all. You have to research for yourself on what you do. Now, you may have not gone that far, but God used him for the glory of God to do like that. And it just got bigger and bigger. So actually, there's a little bit bigger than that, but it takes so long for me to stream it up that you can see it. But that's him, and that's his picture, and that's what he looked like. But today, he has nothing. Just by believing in the Word of God. Okay? I'm going back to my PowerPoint presentation. Okay. First, God in prayer. Second, you have to work the plan. Third, no, this is a lifestyle change, a commitment, and discipline is required. Voluntary, but it's definitely real. If you decide that what I'm about to teach you today and share with you, if you want to really do it, it can be done. If you don't really want to do it, you're wasting your time. I know that I have gone through a certain change in my personal life. I've gone from 190 pounds to 155 pounds that I weigh today, and it took me a few years to do that and to get to that point, all without medication, without doctors and things like that nature. I came here to Chicago when I was 50 years old, just about to turn in my resignation to our president because I was not healthy anymore. I had diabetes, I had high blood pressure, I had all kinds of things. I was more asleep than I was awake, and I just lost everything. And a man here naturally helped me overcome all the stuff that I was going through. And I don't want to go on my personal testimony, you're going to know that with discipline and with proper teaching, you can overcome just about anything. Okay? It's required. The first thing is required from you is desire. If you don't desire is the first drive. Now, desire is good, but it's not 100%. You got to want to. If you want it, you can get it. You have to want to. And I added a second thing, which is called determination. That's what your need is at. If you're determined to change your life around, whether it be health, whether it be physical, whether it be emotional or spiritual, it can be done. But you got to want it. Okay? And the third thing, and the most important thing, is discipline. Discipline. I went to find a definition of this book from the word discipline. And the first thing I found was self-control. Self-control. Now, the self-control is very important because it also defines as training that corrects, molds the mental facilities and the moral character. Discipline will mold you to what you got to have. But if you don't have discipline, you don't have anything, okay? Now, I put a picture of this little guy. He said, do it yourself because no one else will. Now, he got problems. He's got a problem. You may think, well, yeah, just don't push it, but you can't do it. You got to do it on his own. And there are people stuck just like that guy, stuck on that one, just a little, just a little hump. As he gets bigger, I mean, you just step on it. But now, at this time in his life, this is his problem. You know, you guys are young and you have a certain life that right now you're enjoying as a young person. Your life right now is important. It's important to you. You might have certain struggles that only you have. But you just don't know what I'm going through. And truthfully, I can tell you, I don't know what you're going through, but you do. And the only one that can really help you is you. And you gotta have desire, you gotta have determination, you gotta have discipline, and this will be happening. Okay? Some people, it's not that some people have willpower and some don't. It's that some people are ready to change and others are not. I didn't say that. Mr. Gordon did. I pulled him up there. And I read that and I looked at it and said, that is very, very important because some people say, well, I want to be healthier. I want to be more fit. Okay, one thing is okay, but you got to have the willpower. Mm-hmm. Willpower will permit discipline to take place, and you can overcome any obstacle. Quote on discipline. Discipline is just choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Your choice. And now, what you want the most. Okay? Now, before I get into it, I have a lot of little things in here. This is very important. You should not fear it. Don't be afraid. Fear is a spirit and it's not of God. Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to commit. Don't be afraid to apply discipline. If you're not healthy now, you can be healthy later. But if you do nothing about it now, guess what? Nothing will happen. As a matter of fact, it'll get worse. It will get worse. Okay? When I was told, I knew I was in poor health. I couldn't go to the doctor. Doctor, what he kept on doing was increasing the medication and increasing the medication. I couldn't control the sugar. Now, I was staying away from sweets. I was drinking no cake, and still it kept on going up. And I was faithfully. He said, take your medication daily. I was taking it daily, and it wasn't working. Well, what happened? After I saw this natural therapist talk to me about it, and that natural doctor, and he said, what happened with me personally was my intestines were clogged. So all the pills I was taking was embedded in the intestines, and it wasn't getting into the bloodstream. And the doctor, what he did was just increase the dosage. And what that did was increase more pills being stuck to my intestines, not going anywhere. So I was getting worse, I was not getting better. So when I cleaned out my intestines, I didn't need medication. It started to control getting better. But I had to clean out my intestines. Now, I would have a question for you. Did any of you guys heard of a thing called enema? Mm-hmm. And when was the last time you want to apply it to yourself? You don't have to answer me that right now. But I know a lady who I call the scientist. And I call the scientist because she took a sample of my blood, and what she did was showed me what it looked like under a microscope. And at that time, I was about 6 months drinking a lot of water, so it was pretty fluid. She said, add a little more water, but then I also had to add a few other things, including an enema. And she says, I do an enema daily, every day. She does one. And she cleans herself up like that. Because in the intestines, this happens. Yeah, if you want to, you can. This happens. Now, if you look here, I have a picture of what the blood should look like. It should be cells like that, free, not stuck to each other. And it should be free like that. What I see in most cases is they're stuck together, which means there's not enough water in the system. And they keep on getting stuck. And there's no water in the system, you get poor health, there's where your sugar diabetes gets stuck, and you feel down, things like this. But if it's flowing, you're free. It's the way God meant it to be. It's in the blood. The power is in the blood, both spiritually and both physically. Now, it's in the blood, and the blood is the life source. Well, you don't feel all dragged out. What is it? Iron or blood. Because the blood's not moving. But then once you add more water, the blood will keep moving. How much water should you have? I have a paper here about the therapy of water. And the therapy of water is very important because we are to drink, if you weigh 100 pounds, you should drink 75% in ounces. In other words, 75 ounces of water for every 100 pounds. And it's all about your weight. The more weight you are, the more water you should drink. Now, the way you should drink it is very interesting because you should drink it the first thing in the morning before you brush your teeth, all at one time. I had to drink 1.5 liters of water in the morning. That's a liter and a half of water. That's a lot of water. The first time I did it, I couldn't do it, and most people can't. Yeah. So what the teaching is, go as much as you can the first time. So I started with only 16 ounces of water. 16 ounces of water is a little rough for me. Today I drink a quart and a half, and an hour later is when I go to the bathroom. When I first started with that 16 ounces, 3 minutes later I was in the bathroom. Why is that? Well, in the beginning, when I only drank 16, they went through, it wasn't going into the bloodstream, it was going through my system and out my urinary tract. Se acabó. But now, after all this time of constantly doing it, my water is going into the bloodstream, so I don't have to urinate it. It's actually giving me saturation in the blood, so my blood flows, I feel better, I feel more energetic, I eat less because I don't have to have more forefront. I get a little bit, I get more energy because of the blood. It's all in the blood, the power's in the blood. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yes. Temptation. We all fight with temptations. Now this guy here has a plate in his hand, he's looking at it, he wants it, he knows he wants it. All of us struggle with temptation. All of us struggle with temptation. It's important for us to understand this kind of stuff. Okay. A heavy load. Now I got a picture here. I want you to look at it. It's called a heavy load. It's on what you look like. You tell me which one of these two loads is the heaviest. And if you can see, so this person here, that's a heavy load. Or this person here is a heavy load. Between the two, this is the heavier load. Because if you look here, this is the lady, she's already struggling to pedal it. And the tires are really filled. And this one is really compressed. So this is the heavier load. It's not by appearance. People think just because appearance will tell a lot of story, but appearance is only shown to a degree. So most heavy loads, it depends on what you see. And I put that picture up and I looked at that one. I said, no, she doesn't have a heavy load. It just looks heavy. This one's not heavy at all. Okay? Now, an action plan. Here's where we talk. And here's where I put some things here for you guys to obtain, to look at, and to understand. Now, it's very important. Set goals. Better sleep, weight control, increase energy levels. Whatever goals it is, everybody has a different goal. For me, my sleep levels at night were terrible. I was getting up 2-3 times every hour to go urinate. Now, some things that men have that women do not is called, what is it? For urination. So we have it and you guys do not. Prostrate, thank you. Men have a prostrate, women do not. And that affects so much our urinary tract that every couple hours we go to the bathroom. Now there's a lot of medication for that. I tried medication. The doctor tried medication, it didn't work for me. Medication did not work. And it's important to know one thing about this, that the doctors have medication for just about everything. Everything. For headaches, for going too much to the bathroom, for not eating right, for dizziness, for headache. There's all kinds of stuff. Everything there's a med. Now, the problem is with medication that you guys should study and learn. Every med you take has a side effect. And most of it is not good. The side effects are evil, are really dangerous, and more powerful. Okay? Now, set goals. Better sleep, weight control, increase energy. Who sets the goal? You do. You must set the goal. Detoxify. There's the most important word to teach everything. In your intestines, if you ever look at your intestines, most people have between 25 and 35 pounds of waste in them constantly every day in their intestines. Why? You don't move it. You must have a bowel movement. If you eat 3 times a day, you should be moving 3 times a day. If not, it goes in and doesn't come out. Where do you think it stays there? In your intestines. Because you're hungry, your stomach wants to have this much acid in your stomach. It goes down into the intestine. That's the waste. That's where it gets broken up and should be spread because of that. Because you don't have enough water, it can't move. You gotta have enough water to move. But if you add water, it'll start moving. So the first thing you're gonna do is move with water. There are types of food that you should eat. There's types of food that you should not eat, depending on your blood type. What blood type are you? Most people don't know their blood type. But find out your blood type. Ask your parents, ask your doctor, ask somebody. If not, get your blood type checked. Find out what your blood type is. Mine is A. And because of blood type A, I have a list of things that I should not eat just because my blood type is A. So I can feel better, so I feel more energetic, and things like that. And things that make you sick, that are actually called poisons, that are found within the blood type, that if you don't know it, you eat it because you like it. But they don't make you hurt. It'll kill you in the long time. Not physically, but it'll start making you sick and things of that nature. So there are foods, and I have a copy of this, where you can find the blood type food list, that stuff that you stay away from. But detoxifying starts with an enema. First the water, and then an enema. And the best enema you should be taking is called a coffee enema. You don't know how to do it? Online you can find out how you take a coffee enema and take it and do it in the privacy of your own bathroom, and you do the enema. And at first it's going to be the hardest thing you could ever do in the world. It's going to be, if you never had one done, it's hard. I know that in the hospitals when the mom is about to give birth, they give them enemas to clean out their intestines so she's going to have a better birth. Today they don't do them enemas anymore. But it's a very needed thing. Clean out your intestine. Lower intestines, larger intestines should be all cleaned out. They got to be cleaned out. Coffee enema is the best because coffee, it will go in there and clean out all the stuff that's been there literally for weeks or even months. You may have stuff inside you that's been there for weeks and months that's not moving. And you feel why you feel bloated, why you feel tired, why you feel sick, and what's going on. There are natural detox. Now, I put at the end, no laxatives. Laxatives is drugs that will hurt you more than help you. I mean, you want a good, clean laxative, you want to take 8 ounces of prune juice. That'll clean you up real good. But continue to do it. Don't just go one and then go. You got to continue to do it. Continue to clean down. Prune juice will clean you up. A coffee enema, prune juice, water therapy. Those are the ways you clean. You can't fix until you clean. Now, once you clean, then you can start repairing and doing things like that. Now, remember first, God is the healer. You trust God. Now, once He heals you, He wants you to take care of that healed body. And it's important for you to take care. Now, as most Pentecostal Christians say, the Lord healed you, thank God, and just, thank for that. But if He heals you of some disease, doesn't He want you to take care of that body, to maintain it? Because it's like this. I know a person, because this person would eat at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, still eating something, and not get in bed till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and get up at 5 and go to work. Well, that person developed cancer. Then they put the brakes on their lives. What happened? Well, they did it to themselves. Our lifestyle will kill us, will destroy us. Not instantly, but it will in a long time. It will destroy you. But if you detoxify, this body of ours belongs to the Lord, and we are to take care of it. So we got to exercise, natural detox, water therapy, coffee enema, prune juice, but avoid laxatives. That stuff will hurt you more than anything. Lifestyle change. It's a mindset. You can't detoxify like that for a week or 2 or a month and stop that and go back to your old habits. You must know what foods you're taking that are hurting you and get away from them. Get away from them. I was talking to somebody not too long ago about cow's milk. When I first came here, I was 50 years old, and this guy said to me, no more cow's milk. And I asked him, why? He said, where did the milk come from? I said, a cow? He said, who was it for? I said, a calf. 400-pound calf. So that cow's milk is not for our consumption, it's for the animal's consumption. Now, I don't know why we would drink milk from an animal. That's why most people are lactose intolerant. And they're hurting themselves, and they're killing themselves, and they're saying, oh, milk is good for you, you get calcium. You go outside on a sunny day, you get calcium from the sun.
That's right.
You don't need it from that cow. And there's other good natural sources. Almond milk, coconut milk, natural stuff, that'll get inside you. I only drink almond milk and coconut milk, and without flavoring. No vanilla flavor, none of that. Just the natural stuff. I pour that on my cereal, and I make chocolate with like that, and then drink it. and I'm good to go. And go slow. Don't expect this to take care of you in a day or a week or a month. Go slow. I lowered my cholesterol with just one natural substance because the doctor wanted to give me something from the cholesterol. It was over 200. I got it down to 150 with a product called red yeast rice. I can get a natural food store. But it took me 3.5 months to do it. Not that instantly, not that quick. The longer the process, the better for the body because it doesn't shock the body so much and there's no side effect with red yeast rice. It's a natural product. Another product you can use to lower cholesterol is fish oil. Fish oil will lower your cholesterol also. Okay? Go slow, be constant, and be persistent. If you miss one day, okay, don't beat yourself up. Just go again the next day. And be constant. With the water, start with the 16 ounces. One day, just drink it. First one shot, 16 ounces. The next day, add 2 more ounces. If that hurts you too much, go back to the 16. But then continue doing it until you feel comfortable and keep on wetting. Today, I can sit down and drink 1.5 gallons of water. A liter and a half, 1.5 liters of water, and it doesn't bother me. I drink the whole thing. But it took me over 2 years to do that. Okay, people want it done instantly. You can't do it instantly. You got to take time. Okay? Gauges. You got to look for them. Look for the signs such as weight drop, better mood, sleep pattern change. There's when I was in science, the teacher said to me, for every action, there is a reaction. So every time you do something, something is going to react. So if you put something in, there's going to be a reaction to it. If you do something to your body's going to react. So if you put something in your body, and I'll tell you, the enemas, the diets, the detox, it's going to be uncomfortable. You give it time. You will get suited with that, and it will be better for you. Okay? Water. Water is very important. I already explained about the percentage of water, body weight with the water. You drink water to detoxify, drink water to purify your body, and also to saturate more blood. The blood has to have flowing. Okay. Some people even just look at, oh, my fingers feel numb. Where does the numbness come from? Because you don't have enough circulation in your body. The body needs to circulate. You got blood vessels all over your body, fingertips, even your ears have them. Oh, you got your finger toes, they all got cells all over the body, and they need to flow. Your body, and your heart is the one that's got to pump it. Now, this is like this, so you can hear me. When it's clogged up like this, the heart has to push it faster, push it more, has to struggle more to push it because it's all clumped together. But when it's like this, it's free flowing, so your blood pressure will drop down a little bit in your heart, and you're rested. You're not all excited. Why is my heart racing so much? It's not because you did something, it's because you don't have enough water in your system. You're dry. How can I tell if I have enough water in my system? Well, when you go to the bathroom, look at the color of your pee. Mm-hmm. The color of your urine will tell you if you're drying up or if you have enough water in the system. If your pee is yellow, which most people think the yellow is supposed to be, that means you're dry. You need water in your system. Now, if your urination is clear, you got enough water in your system. Okay, if you look at it being yellow, yellow means you're being dehydrated. And in wintertime, dehydration is bad for you. What will dehydrate you more also? Coffee will dehydrate you. Soda drinks will dehydrate you. All those kind of things will take water out of your system instead of put water in. But when you drink pure water, those energy drinks and things like that, they're more saturated with sugar than anything else. They don't give you energy like you're supposed to. Now, when you put pure water in there, now I don't suggest the water should be from the faucet that has chemicals, that has chlorine, that has kind of stuff in it. It should be natural spring water. I have a filter on mine. It's a charcoal filter, and the filter is that way. At first, I started with distilled water. There's nothing in distilled water, not even minerals. I use that to detox it, clean out my system like that. But I didn't do that all the time. You can really be undernourished if you keep on drinking distilled water. What is good distilled water for? The radiators of your car. That's what you put distilled water in. If you the other put water, your radiator in your car you're gonna have trouble with your radiator. In your steam iron at home, when you iron, you ever look at it? It's yellow and white inside, a little bit white. You know why? Because you're using the warm water. If you use distilled water, you won't have none of that because those are calcium built up and all kinds of stuff built up inside your steam iron. Okay? Now that wasn't part of the plan. I just decided to tell you about that. We need to drink 75 ounces per day, but we will start with a low dose. You start with what you can tolerate and you continue to drink. Okay? A 100-pound person will start with 16 ounces, then increase daily until he reaches his goal. Okay? I drink 116 ounces a day in the morning. Now, there's times that I don't do it, times that I can't do it, because I'm away, I'm doing something like that, or that it's not feasible. I'll do it the next day. You're not going to hurt yourself. The thing is to maintain system saturated. This is about people. This part here is all about people. People. All about people. People, talk about people. Not every person is different. Your results are not going to be my results. Mine are not going to be yours. They're going to be different. What may work for you may not work for me. What may work for me may not work for you. You have to know what works for you. We are all individual. Even twins are not the same. They look the same, but they're not the same. Okay? No two people are alike, and no two people will gain the same results. But look, I did what Brother Hector said, and this happened, and it was so good. I did it, but nothing happened. Right? Because you're different. Keep at it. It'll happen. It will happen. Okay? Blood type and pH level. I decided to talk to you about blood type. You should know what your blood type is, because depending on your blood type can tell you what you should eat or not eat. In my blood type, I am blood type A. There's a thing called garbanzo beans. I love garbanzo beans, but according to my blood type, I should not be eating them. So I even eat them on on special occasions. But I don't eat them daily because they may hurt me. Okay? Blood type, food chart. I have a chart here. You can enjoy that and look at it.